Boom. Hello, everyone. We are live. Let's give a second to get our Instagram friends on board. I am so excited about this conversation. Okay, yay. Instagram, hello. There you are. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, everyone on the podcast and all the replay crew. This is an exciting conversation. So what you want to do is hit the share button, put some positivity on your timeline because you are not going to want to miss this. If we're just meeting for the first time, I am Abiola Abrams, and we are a space of inspiration, motivation, and transformation, which brings me to today's sacred conversation. We're going to be talking to one of my dear friends who has a product that you're going to want to add to your morning routines, your evening routines, your empowerment routines, period. We are talking today to Jessica Ortner. Jessica Ortner is a New York Times bestselling author and co-founder of The Tapping Solution, a company dedicated to promoting the scientifically supported stress release technique of EFT tapping. Jessica also established the Tapping Solution app. Over 25 million tapping meditations and counting have been played in more than 130 countries, making it the world's leading tapping application. Welcome, Goddess Jessica.
Thank you. It's so meaningful to be here with you, especially. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I am thrilled, my friend, about this conversation. First of all, congratulations on the new deck. We are celebrating. Let's hold it up. Let's hold it up. Yay! We are celebrating. This is Daily Guidance, the Tapping Solutions Daily Guidance deck, a 52-card deck and guidebook. Oh my gosh, how excited are you that this is here in the world?
Like over the moon. I opened it and I cried. It's been a dream since I was 15 years old. I just had my 40th birthday and it came out within 30 days. And it's truly been like one of the most fulfilling experiences of my life. Creating it felt like everything was divine. And this dream that like never would come and always felt so hard, everything aligned, and just reminds me of divine timing. Sometimes things don't happen right away because they're not meant to. And then when they come, it all makes sense.
It absolutely all makes sense. I am, for me, like I'm always looking for and open to new tools that help expand the ideas of, that we're already putting out into the world of how to make the world a better place. Yeah. And the combination of a card deck and tapping, like it feels, the best ideas feel so like, of course.
Right.
And this is one of them. So we're going to get into the deck in a moment. But first, I want to just take a step back and talk about you and your beautiful family. I'm friends with your family. And you guys, like if we look up Ortner in like the dictionary, it says tapping. So how did you and your family develop this powerful relationship with this technology and technique that has changed so many lives?
Well, I always joke the fact that we're a functioning family business is proof that tapping works because nothing triggers you more than your own family. But we've been on this growing journey together. I teamed up with my two older brothers, Nick and Alex, who I adore. Our mother is a therapist. She was a school psychologist for 25 years, and my father is an engineer. So it almost feels like divine that we kind of took those two sides and created this app. We learned about tapping almost 2 decades ago. It's a powerful stress relief technique where you stimulate acupressure points. I always had a lot of anxiety, and I always have been very much in my head since I can remember, like overthinking, worrying, stressing, analyzing every situation 100 different ways late at night. And when I learned tapping, it was the first time that I could relax my body enough that all of the inspiration I was reading could sink in. It was almost like tapping allowed me to weed my garden so I could finally plant things. When before I was just trying to be positive and just reading a lot of books, but I felt like I was never addressing this underlying anxiety, which was very physical for me, which was not always made logical sense. Sometimes it would just come on and I would have a lot of anxiety. And so tapping is an amazing tool for people who do feel like they struggle with intrusive thoughts and anxiety and just need a way to calm their body when stress is high.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tapping has been transformational in my life. And it's almost like it works so well that I almost wonder, like, do people feel like, I don't know, like if I'm talking about it too much, because everything that people ask, like, tap on it. Like, you know what I mean?
I know. And honestly, I still get surprised. I mean, I think my biggest frustration in my life right now is that we get so many emails of people with these transformational stories. And like, I'm trying to learn how to share those stories so people can see what's happening. And I still get stories and I'm thinking, there's no way. There's no way that you had this fear of driving after this accident for 15 years and your world was small and you couldn't drive with your kids, and suddenly you did the tapping meditation in the app and now your world has expanded and you can be a mother who takes her kids to play dates. Like, those are the stories that I get. And I also get people would write in going, I had big breakthroughs with tapping, but what if I'm doing okay? Or what if I'm stressing, but I just don't know what to tap on? Like, I'm not sure exactly what my focus should be. And that's where the cards were born, because I do feel like sometimes the universe just needs ways to communicate with you. And I wanted to be that channel. And we're a very small family business. And so resources are not we really, what it's like. It's like you have to put your attention on the things that move the needle, not always your passion projects. You have to figure out, how can I support the most amount of people? And I remember tapping and I was meditating and I just was like, I really need to do a card deck. I've dreamt of this since I was 15 years old. And so my brother called me and I told him I wanted to talk to him. This was Nick. And I remember sitting in my closet. I think it's probably because I have 2 young kids. So that was like where I could just have a quiet moment. So but I remember like sitting on the floor and I said to him, I think you're going to hate this idea because I don't know if anyone's going to like it, but I really feel in my heart that I have to do a card deck. And he was like, actually, I think this is a brilliant idea. What if we go a step further and we put it in the app? And so if people don't know what to tap on, they could just kind of go through these cards that you can't see, pick something at random and tap. And I was like, yes. And then can we do a physical deck? He's like, yes, let's do it. Let's do it all. And so this idea that I thought would be just a no or just a passion project ended up being a huge success in the app. Over 1.5 million cards were chosen in the app. And then I think it's so special to have something physical that you can touch, where you don't have your phone with you, that you could do with your kids. And that's why I'm so excited that I was able to team up with Hay House and print this deck.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's so genius. It's so genius. Even, for people as individual coaches, teachers, healers, I would recommend people using it with their clients, because I'm developing a tapping certification that I'm going to launch later this year or early next year, because that's what my audience has been asking for. Yeah. And I'm going to use this deck and require everyone to get it, because it's such a beautiful way of incorporating tapping. And one of the biggest things that people will say is, I don't know what to tap on. Like, people don't know how to proceed.
And I think too, I like the idea of every tapping doesn't have to be this huge, deep, looking at your darkest shadow work. It can be like, okay, I feel frazzled. Like, you just have one of those days where you're walking around with like some weight on your shoulders. You don't even know why, or you just feel like you can't catch a break. Having a moment where you can pause and just spend a minute of tapping. I've seen it again and again. People go, this is the message I needed. And it was an affirmation. So one side of the card has the affirmation and the back side is the tapping. The affirmation alone is beautiful, but sometimes when you're frazzled and someone says, you're worthy, you're like, no one, like, I'm exhausted. I'm not worthy. I'm absolutely exhausted. But when you're able to do a round of tapping on your worthiness, on allowing yourself to reflect on how far you've come, even just some guidance of, it's time for some patience or it's time for some action. I find it so beautiful the way that the universe can speak to you through something like a card deck.
Absolutely, absolutely. And actually, before we pull and do some tapping, I want to just touch on your book briefly because, when we say that tapping can work for transformations in every area, it really can. So, can you please share a bit about your book about disordered eating and how tapping was helpful for you in that area?
Yeah. I mean, I started my first diet when I was like 14, 15 years old. I grew up with a mom who was dieting. I grew up in the 80s and 90s where diet culture was just everywhere. And I really thought that I could hate myself skinny. I thought that I could hate myself happy. Like I was like, this is the way. And if I wasn't successful, it was because I was not good enough. And if I could just stress more, I'd get there. And insanity, Einstein says, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I realized like I was insane. I'd spent years being like, well, this is going to be the diet. This is going to be the thing. And really what I needed to do was to check in, to release the stress and pressure to be something, release the stress and pressure that was leading me to binge eating, release the stress and pressure so I could have a connection with my body. So I wanted to take care of my body, not because I hated it and wanted to change it, but because I loved it. And when you love something and you value something, it's really easy to take care of it. We all know that person who like loves their car and they're always washing their car. They're putting love and attention on it, not because they hate it and they want it to change it, but because they love it. And so looking at the stress that we have and using tapping to release that anxiety so that our choices are made from a place of love instead of a place of disappointment and hate.
Well said. Well said. Okay, so I know the kiddos are coming home, so let's pull a card. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the deck. It's a new deck from the Tapping Solution called the Tapping Solutions Daily Guidance Deck. This is Jessica Ortner, and we're going to pick a card right now.
Listen, if you are watching this, it's because you are here for a reason, and here is your card. So what I like to do is I shuffle, I close my eyes, and let's pick a card.
Oh,
ooh. This is the most fun card of the entire deck. Today, I choose joy. Yay. Choosing joy is a rebellious act. It is reclaiming ourselves, our worthiness. So let's do some tapping here. So if you can, what I do is I flip the card over. Mm-hmm. And Abiola, if you can tap and repeat after me, and everyone who's watching, it's one round. Just try this, tapping on the side of the hand. It doesn't matter what side of the body you tap on. It's a very forgiving process. Just repeat after me. No matter what happens today.
No matter what happens today.
I choose joy.
I choose joy.
Eyebrow. I open my heart to joy.
I open my heart to joy.
Side of the eye. I seek out moments of happiness.
I seek out moments of happiness.
Under the eye. And find joy in the simple things.
And find joy in the simple things.
Under the nose. I choose to focus on the positive.
I choose to focus on the positive.
Under the mouth. And allow gratitude to fill me up.
And allow gratitude to fill me up.
Collarbone. My faith brightens with joy.
My faith brightens with joy.
Under the arm. I radiate with positive energy.
I radiate with positive energy.
Top of the head. Today, I choose joy.
Today, I choose joy.
Ooh, take Notice how that feels. And then when you flip the card over, you'll also see a number down here. So this is number 21. You can find the deeper meaning. So Abby, if it's okay with you, can I read a little excerpt from this?
Ooh.
So often we think that life happens to us and that joy is something we stumble upon if we're lucky. But what if you looked at yourself as someone whose primary job is to create joy? This card is an invitation. This card is inviting you to shift your perspective. Instead of waiting for joy to find you, why not actively seek it out? How would you see the world differently if your number one job was to create joy? Remember, life doesn't have to be perfect to be joyful. Even in challenging times, pockets of joy are waiting to be discovered. It might be as simple as snuggling up with a warm blanket and a cup of tea, calling a friend to make plans, or noticing a beautiful sunset. Today, challenge yourself to actively seek out those pockets of joy. Plan them into your day, no matter how small. Remember, often it's the simplest things that bring the most delight.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I actually didn't even realize I haven't been using the guidebook. So thank you for that. So there's the affirmation, then a tapping script of one round on the back, and then the guidebook.
And then the guidebook, if you want, and if you're busy, you just do the tapping. But if you want to really take it in and think, what does this message really mean? It gives you that guidance for the day. So today, everyone's job is to seek out those pockets of joy within the uncertainty and the hardship and whatever we have. Where can we have those pockets of joy?
Thank you, friend. You are a pocket of joy, guys.
Well, takes one to know one.
So where can I get the deck?
Anywhere books are sold. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, anywhere books are sold. And this is really a passion project. There's so much love within every card. Some cards are joyful like this one. Some are more about surrendering your worries or anxiety or being patient. I truly believe if you're watching this, there is a message here for you. And I hope that you pick up a deck and you love it. This is also such a great gift for those who are struggling and you want to show them that you care. You can't be with them all the time. You give them a card deck. Every time they pick a card and they feel better, they're going to think of you. So it's also such a beautiful gift.
Oh, that is beautiful. And they should also download the app.
Yes,
and they
cute.
the app version as well.
Yes, that's the Tapping Solution app, and it's on Android or Apple, any device, the Tapping Solution app. Thank you, Abiola, for sharing.
You are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, Jessica. I love you. I love your work, and I'm so excited to have this deck, and I will be recommending it to everyone.
Thank you, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Bye. Have a beautiful day.